Oh. 14-year-old boy was just shot in the head and chest, and he's been pronounced 010 deceased at Commerce.
What's going on? This is My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. At least 16 teenagers. Today is the first day of Chicago public schools. These teenagers, all of their parents were saying how they were excited to start their first day of high school. Instead, the parents are planning funerals. At least 16 teenagers shot, 5 fatally. Those 5 fatally. This is Rayjon Harshaw, 14 years old. She's 17-year-old. Ashuntice Wilburn, only 17 years old. 16 is Calumet Williams. I'm going to bring you guys the video from the 14-year-old Rayjon Harshaw. You can hear, literally, his parents screaming, "Who did this to my baby?" 14 years old. This happened August 19th. I'm going to bring you guys the story. I'm going to also block party for 17-year-old Ashuntice Wilburn. We can't even enjoy a block party in peace. And I want you guys to understand that when I talk about block parties, because I mentioned stop and frisk, everybody jumped on me. I was all types of everything under the sun, and our civil rights. But how about our rights for our babies to go out there and walk to school in peace? What about our babies to stand outside and enjoy a block party in peace? They can't even do that. All of that's been shut down. You can't even go to school without one of our 16. Think about this. If you're 14 years old, probably somebody around that age did it. Around that age. I'm going to also bring you guys 2 brothers outside of their apartments, gunned down. I don't understand. Back in the day, once upon a time, you could get out and squabble with somebody. 14 years old, he can't weigh 100 pounds. How can he hurt you? How can you be scared of a 14-year-old baby that you need to pick up a gun? 423 homicides. Austin, Inglewood, Garfield Park, North Lawndale, South Shore. Guess what neighborhoods I did last year? Same ones. Same ones. Y'all would hate me as a mayor. Oh, y'all would hate me. I would shut all that down. And y'all would be like, what's wrong with this mayor? Yeah. Because I ain't trying to do too many stories on little babies. But anyway, let's get into this. Alright? Let's bring you the video. Alright? For those of you, somebody called me an extremist. Like, whoa, you're extreme. Yes, I'm a professional troubleshooter. I'm an IT specialist. One of the first things I would do is go to the extreme. I would shut it all down, and then I would ease up on the policies. Then ease up. I would shut all these teenagers, babies killing each other. Then I would ease up. 14-year-old Rayjon Harshaw. This is Chicago crime chaser. This is him at the scene. Listen. You can hear the parent, somebody screaming in the background. It's heart-wrenching. All right? I'm not going to play it all. So I'm going to just show some of this and where he's explaining what happened.
Getting ready to wrap up the crime scene. Just for update those who don't know. 14-year-old boy was just shot in the head and chest, and he's been pronounced 010 deceased at Commerce Children's Hospital. And I'm really just sick right now because he is the 4th teenager that was killed in the last 32 hours in Chicago. 15 teenagers have been shot in the last 32 hours in Chicago. 15. 4 killed. There was a 17-year-old girl shot and killed today. Now a 14-year-old boy.
And if you could, I've been to the scene, crime scenes, and if you can listen in the background, you can hear her yelling. It's heart-wrenching.
Now a 14-year-old boy. High school on Monday. Just listen to that mom, y'all. Just the pain in her voice right now. Oh my God.
Understand me. To be on the scene and to see that is absolutely heart-wrenching. This is why I tell people I will have the parents, I will have them write the policies. People ask me, oh, you do this is so extreme. Yes, I would. Because you know what? Don't talk to me, talk to the parents. There they go right there. You explain to me why it's so many guns on the street. Let me tell y'all something. Stop and frisk will be proactive. What that means is people that walk around with pistols will be like, I can't walk down the block no more strapped up because I might get stopped. I might have to leave this in the crib. I can't go everywhere now. I can't drive around with it on me everywhere. I may get stopped. And let me tell y'all something. It's up to us to save our communities. It's time for us to step outside. Again, I'm going to tell another story. I went to estate sales. I went to one of their communities. Somebody from the next block being nosy. And it's annoying being nosy. But I went to a estate sale with my family. Estate sale. And it's in their community. And the guy walked around the corner. Hey, what's going on? You guys here for the estate sale? Yes, we are. I started to ask, dude, hold on. Mind your business. But I can't hate him. He's protecting his community. He's the man in his community. The men step up and protect the women and children in your community. You don't let that ride in your community. You shut it down. You should shut it down. Everybody else shut it down except for us. So my man's walked around there. Hey, buddy. Hey, you guys are here for the estate sale right over here. He's trying to figure out who's on my block. Who's in my community? Why are y'all here? Are y'all here for trouble? Are y'all not? Okay, cool. Y'all good? Y'all in peace? Y'all have a good day. See ya. And it annoyed me at first. I started to be like, dude, hold on. Hold on, pimp. Anyway, but I didn't. 14-year-old, about 6. All right, so the police were called to the 8700 block of South Craig Avenue about 6:50 p.m. where a 14-year-old boy was shot in the head and the chest. These youngsters are not just shooting at somebody, they're executing youngsters. They made sure he was fatally shot. All right, 17-year-old girl and a teen boy. A teen boy was shot in the leg. This story is going to read 17-year-old Ashuntice Wilburn. They're going to say shooting happened on North Austin neighborhood, 5700 block of West Bloomingdale Avenue, around 410. Wilburn and the teen were in Galewood Park, where somebody opened fire. I watched the news story and they said they heard shots. They were enjoying a great afternoon on a block party when they heard shots. Ladies said we can't even go to the park because the parks aren't safe. People talk about, our civil rights, but what about our elders, women, and children being held hostage in their own house? Most people have to move. And here's the kicker. People in our communities vote blue no matter who. And vote blue no matter who as if it's life or death. And then they flee to a red state. Help it make sense. Help it make sense. But ain't nobody fleeing from a blue state to go to a blue state. Oh, no. People are fleeing blue states to go to a red state. Wilburn, shot in the buttocks, was transferred to critical condition. And everybody can't help to notice how beautiful this young teen was. What's wrong with these kids? If I did a pool party of women. 5 women got shot. I did another block party. Well, it was a regular party where 9 women were shot. What's wrong with these teens? If I pull up, I don't care if my ops are there. If I see a bunch of women, hey, I'm jumping out. Hey, ops, we can handle this another day. Hey, ladies, what's up? Something's wrong with these teens. I'm telling you. Something ain't all the way there. 2 brothers. Carlos Guzman, 19, and Jose Guzman. It's so many within a weekend. I honestly can't get to all of them. I cannot get to all of them. Look at this count. 423 homicides, and that's down from last year. However, this is just the 8th month. We are far from being over. And it's the same neighborhoods. Constantly. Will I go to the extreme? Absolutely. Absolutely. Will I go to the extreme? You gotcha. Because ain't no way. Explain that to the parents. Today's the first day of school. And most of those teens do not feel safe, and they should not feel safe with their teens walking, even if it's just down the street, walking to school, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. We already know what's going to happen. So, I mentioned stop and frisk. Now, people are saying, oh, it didn't work in New York. That's why they cut it out. Let me tell y'all something. New York is 5 times bigger than Chicago. And guess what? They have less homicides. Why? It's proactive. They got rid of it because they felt it was discriminatory. But at the same token, I wouldn't, of course, the South Side, of course, the West Side are going to get stop and frisk more. Of course. Of course. Because where are the homicides at? Yeah, South and West Side. Unless we go up north, and yeah, we're moving to up north, and yeah, we're bringing it with us up north. But outside of that, where the homicides? Yeah, I would want them stopped and frisked. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm mayor, if I'm governor, I'm taking all them guns up off the streets. I want everybody stopped, searched. I don't care if I got to bring in the National Guard. I don't care what it is. Anything is better than burying young babies at 14, 16, and 17 years old. Will you be, oh, my civil rights? Well, what about our parents' civil rights? I just brought y'all, well, one of our elders, 52, was delivering mail. Hard-working man was shot just doing his job. Just doing his job. There was a police officer, young sister, shot, pronounced, just doing her job. I mean, I can go on and on and on. It's time for solutions. This is my motto here.
Are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Yes, how long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it yourself? Protect your community like they do in their community. Go to one of their communities, walk around, watch one of the men step outside and confront you and ask you, what are you doing outside my community? And y'all gonna call it racist, but they could protect their community. Can't hate them for that. Anyway, like, subscribe, let me know what you think about this video. Peace, y'all.
On fire, ooh, down to the wire. My life in the shy. Ooh, it's my life in the shy.